Hi, this is Joe Wang here with more tips and examples on how to live a fruitful life. Today I'll be talking about fruitfulness in knowing one's motivations. Because the thing is that sometimes, we say that we want to learn something, especially like a hobby, right? We want to learn something, we want to do something, but sometimes, we don't know our motivation. We don't know our true intention of why we want to develop a certain interest. And sometimes, especially if it's for the wrong reasons, it would cause us to, feel overwhelmed, feel like burned out, and we end up not doing it anymore. So today I'll be talking about something in which I tried to pick up, and I ended up giving up on it, and just the thing is that it became, a waste. So the thing is that when I was little, I used to plead to my mom saying, hey, I really want to, learn how to play the guitar. And the thing was that my mom was like really happy, because the thing about my mom is she always felt that it was always good that someone develops a sport and a musical instrument. And the thing is that she thought that that's a great thing to do guitar, because the thing is that if you look at outside, right? Like even if you are involved in ministry or whatever it is, or whether it's like you just hang out with friends, knowing an instrument like a guitar is just awesome. It comes really handy, and it causes life to be more enjoyable, whether it's by yourself or with friends. It's how good is it? Like even if you see people like even by the beach, like where people would just play their guitar, and whether it's at a bonfire, or even sometimes you see people like they just go by the street, and then they ask people to pay like $1 to play a song, all those different stuff like on a guitar, learning how to play a guitar just seems, at least for my mom, it seems that it's a great interest, it's something that's really worth the time to learn, and it can bring so much joy, whether it's with yourself, whether it's for others, or even for traveling and all those different stuffs. And the thing is that, but then the thing was that after a few lessons, of the guitar, I gave up. And I felt burnt out. Like it came to the point that I found out that I really did not want to learn, to play the guitar. And the thing was that, looking back, I realized that why I didn't want to play the guitar. The thing was that my motivation of trying to learn how to play the guitar was wrong. The reason why I wanted to learn how to play the guitar was that when I was a kid, when I was little, I had friends who knew how to play the guitar, and I wanted to learn how to play the guitar as a way to show off to them. To show off and say, hey, I can do this too. We're the cool kids. Learning how to play the guitar is like, it's like as if like when I was a kid, I felt like learning how to play the guitar was like something that defined, something that defined who you were. To define who you were. That if I knew how to play the guitar, that's what I thought when I was little. That meant I was the man. That meant I was the man. That meant that I was a successful boy. That meant I was a cool kid. That meant all the great things about me. And I felt that if I didn't know how to play the guitar, I was less than other people. I wanted to learn The reason why I wanted to learn the guitar was not because I love to play music. It wasn't because of that. It was because I was comparing myself to others, and wanted to show, I thought that was the way to make me popular among other people, to receive the praise, receive the honors, and all those different stuffs. So that's the thing, was that I ended up burnt out because the thing was that, everybody wants to be a pro, especially if you're a kid. If you're a kid, you don't realize that it takes time, to build up the skills. And the thing is that for guitar or for anything, anything that you want to learn, it's not easy, because it takes practice, it takes, persistence, it takes dedication. And the thing was that I quickly lost interest. I quickly lost interest when it started becoming tough, because the thing is that deep in my heart, I didn't really care about learning the guitar. That was not something that I wanted to do. I only wanted to do it because the thing is that I wanted to show that, I'm a good boy, that I'm a successful boy, And so then the thing is that it's really important to know what you want, really important to know, why you want, before, developing yourself in doing certain stuff. It's really important to know why you want to do it, why you want to do it, not so much of, okay, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna pay my money, I'm gonna invest on this and that, and then therefore I'm gonna go dive deep into it, and then I'll be successful. That's not the right motivation, and yeah. So then, because the thing about me is that, looking back, sometimes, even though when I was little, when you're little, usually your parents, sometimes paid for your stuff. So I was one of those kids where when I was little, my parents paid, for my stuff. Like, of course, right now, now that I'm working, obviously I pay for my stuff. Like, I pay for the things that I want, the things that I like. And then if I hang out, whatever, a lot of things, and even like, responsibilities. I have bills and other things to care about. But when I was little, my mom paid for it, but even paid for the guitar. But then even so, I come to this regret that I made her spend the money, that the guitar was a waste of money, that I should have thought carefully what I really wanted to do before, asking my mom to invest on it. It was just, I just realized that from that lesson on, I now realize that, that it's really important, to make sure that when you want to learn something, make sure your motivation is right. Make sure that you want to learn something because you enjoy it, because you solely enjoy it, not because of others, not because you want to show off. You want to show that, not because you feel that thing is part of your, that thing defines you. Make sure that the thing is that it's only that you want to develop it, you want to invest time and money and energy into it because you truly love that thing, and life will be so much more fruitful that way. So yeah, this is all I have for today. If you want to know more tips and examples on how to live a fruitful life, please feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.